Okay, I'm riding in Moab today, and I'm in the Moab Brand Trails section of Moab, and the first trail that I'm going to do is a trail called Deadman's Ridge. Now, full disclosure, I did this trail a few days ago, but I had issues with my GoPro, and I captured quite a bit of the trail, but it was fragmented. There was many stops and goes because of the GoPro issues. So I've decided to come back and redo this trail because after doing it, I absolutely loved it. It is, I believe, my favorite pedally trail in Moab so far. Before this trip, I'd never come to the Brand Trails, and I watched it on one of the segments of the Moab Rocks race, and I thought, that's my kind of trail. Pedally, pretty technical, let's give it a try. So it is a 5.3 kilometer black diamond rated trail, which is somewhat all mountain. There's definitely, it's a lot of rock, like everything in Moab, but there's some good climbs, some fun climbs, some technical climbs. I know that's not everybody's desired kind of trail, but it is what I enjoy, so I thought this is great. So I have returned to do this trail over again and hopefully get better footage than the first time. So I'm going to put this trail in order of what I did it. So after this will be further Brand Trails, but during those couple of videos I'll most likely be complaining about my GoPro, so you can disregard that. I was having power issues, it would appear, so I'm not sure what's going on. I bought a brand new magnetic cable because I like to plug into a power pack, but for whatever reason, out of the blue, because it was working great, the cable wasn't being consistent with the power. So I went back to a battery, and I've had no issues since. So it's not the camera and it's not the SD card, it's the power supply. So I've spent quite a bit of money on accessories to make it work for a power pack. Like the magnetic cable was over $100, but clearly I'm going to be stuck with just using batteries from here on in because it's the only reliable way to go. And without that, I've been flawless in terms of my power. So I've got an Enduro battery in it, and we'll go from there. So this is a black diamond trail. So again, I find it lots of fun. There hasn't been really any climbing component to it yet, but that will begin shortly as we do a little bit of a left-hand turn, passing the escape trail entry exit. Tight cornering. Maneuver, picking your front wheel up so you get over those rocks. So in actuality, this is my 10th day in a row of riding. I didn't know if I'd ride today because I was feeling pretty fatigued yesterday, but I felt pretty good. And the idea is just to do this trail and then give my legs a bit of a rest. Having said that, being dumb, I may do another trail. It all depends how I feel when I get back to the vehicle. But there's another trail, a blue trail, in the same system that looks interesting. So we'll see how the legs are. Bit of a climb. Follow the blue. Beautiful conditions. It's actually quite a bit cooler out today. I've actually started a little bit earlier than I normally do. It's because there's a nice breeze. Definitely a coolness to the breeze, which is nice. Yesterday I went and did portions of slick rock. I put the practice loop and above abyss on video because I'd never done either of those trails. I've done slick rock I think 3 or 4 times, and yeah, it was pretty good. The above abyss was a bit of a challenge to find. There wasn't a clear, this is signage or anything. For the practice loop, they actually have it spray painted on the rock, but that's what it is. Enjoy. But for above abyss, they had nothing. So I had a bit of going back and forth trying to locate it, and then I finally did, and it was good. Unlike having the clear, like here it has clear blue marks. On slick rock they're white, but for that trail they had dots. And I gotta tell you, if you choose to do it, unless they repaint it, it is quite difficult to follow in certain spots. In some spots it looks like it's fresh paint. Other spots it looks like it's very old paint. So, but in the end it was a good trail. It basically takes you out to the abyss viewpoint, which is beautiful. So I got that on video. Got through that. I don't think I made that last time. But I really didn't ride overly well because I was so focused on the camera issue. So, but lots of fun for a trail. Beautiful views. The cliffs in front of you are the portion of Mag 7 where there's the portal trail at the end of it and stuff. So that's what you're looking at there. I don't do portal. It's over my head, double black diamond. So do what you feel comfortable with. Very good. A little bit of a down. Keep good control. Good braking. Keep your eye on the blue. Makes life easier so you don't go off a cliff. And if you ever watched any of my videos before, you know that I'm not fast, so I make no attempt to go too fast. I just try and maintain a decent pace. Very rocky, pedally. And if there's something that comes up that I don't feel quite good about, I'll have no problem getting off and taking a look. You gotta ride smart. But since I've done this trail previously, I don't believe there's anything that is too bad. It's just pedally. So after this, I have one more day in Moab, and I don't know if I'll be riding or not. I always say that. I always say I'm gonna throw in a rest day before I head off to Fruta, Colorado for 4 days, but I actually haven't had that complete rest day. What I've done instead is cut down on my rides, because in the first few days, for videos that are already out, I completely overextended myself on certain stuff. So got too pooped for sure. Got to ride a little bit smarter. I'm not in a race, so it's just a challenge against myself, really. Sometimes you got to get over that too and just learn to stop and take a look at the view. To which viewers are probably going to say, well, you haven't stopped to take a look at the view. I've seen the views. They're spectacular. Awesome place to ride. Punchy climb coming up. Quite windy. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic or not, but it's nice, it's refreshing. Because most of the days previous to this have been quite warm, no breeze. Keep it going. A bit of a down, lose the little bit of elevation we just gained. Whoops. Bump. Pedal. Moving up. Again, watch the lines, because it's easy to lose them. So it's hard sometimes because you want to ride with your head up, but sometimes the spacing in the blue is not within view, so Very good. Watch the loose sand. Try and stay in the middle of the trail because it tends to be sandy. And you can wash out quite easy. Drink. Oh, straight ahead. My eyes wanted to take me to the left, or to the right, sorry. On the corner. Many corners. And up. All right, go to the right on Deadman's Ridge, and we're almost actually finished. Because when I rode the trail the other day, this takes you down to the bicycle path, and I came back and did Long Branch, which is another Black Diamond trail that you have to pedal back to, and then I did Killer B, which was a double Black Diamond. And it actually had lots of warning signs and stuff like that, but it really wasn't that hard. It was steep in spots, but if you have good brake control, it wasn't too bad. But I will admit I did walk the final steep corner because it was quite loose, and I didn't want to be anybody's hero, so because if you fall on that, it's going to hurt. So I didn't do that. So those videos will be coming up after this video, so in the next week, 2 weeks. If you're interested in watching those, I may have spoken too early to say that that was the sign where it actually goes down to the trail path. I'm not sure. Of course, I have very little local knowledge, so. But I do see the trail path down there, so I think I was right. bit of an up, but not much. Just very rocky. So again, this trail is very pedally. So if you're looking for flow, it might not be the best choice for you. And I don't know about the whole e-bike thing. I have no idea if it allows it or not. But there was word that they were gonna change the ruling, or look at changing the rulings on certain e-bikes, obviously. Not the really heavy powered ones like a dirt bike, but I was definitely incorrect about the sign, because I certainly didn't go this far the last time I did it after I passed the sign. So it was probably a sign that I didn't either notice because I was so focused on the camera issues. So we'll keep carrying on. Right hand turn. Down, but nothing steep or anything, just a roll, no pedaling, and a bit of a step up. Stay on the blue line. Good. Keep her going. Oh. slowly. And around the corner. Now this is the sign I was thinking of. So we go to the right, Long Branch is to the left. So we're almost at the finish. Maybe half, 3/4 of a kilometer. And most of it down. As he keeps on pedaling. Oh. Another climb. In a better gear. Nice views. Almost there. Beautiful, beautiful. Sandy, have good control through it. right, we're coming on the end of Deadman's Ridge. I'm glad that I came and explored Brand Trails. It was awesome. I like this. I love this trail. All right, very good. Deadman's Ridge.